talk about the scariest thing in the entire world, home invasion.
Yeah, that is the scariest thing.
The pizza scene, which I call it, with the doors open, and it knocked me back in the end of my seat because it was just such a frightening moment. And I don't know how many times they did that over and over again when the guy, you know.
We did do it over and over and over. And then we had to do it for like the video camera. It was so strange, but it was.
You had to do it for the security or the.
Yeah, and then there was because when we shot things, then we'd have to go back and shoot them again for like the video monitors and stuff. So almost everything that we had to do with the bad guys, then we redid if they needed it for shots on the various monitors.
Did you get bumped up a bit, or that seemed like
not in that one. Yeah. Like I was like, why? They actually had a stunt woman for when they throw me to the ground. I was like, I can do it. And they were like, no, because we really want you to hit the ground hard with your arms behind your back. And I was like, yeah, okay. Yeah. And so it was. They were very, very careful with me, but there was an awful lot of bruises on my legs by the time I got home.
Well, but I would imagine, though, as good as you are as an actress, it doesn't require a lot of thought to think about my family's in danger. I have to act like, just pretend that your family, and does it instantly come to you like that? Like, this could happen to me, or what would you do in that situation?
Well, you know what, you would hope that, it would never be me, you know what I mean? Well, but a lot of people feel that way, and it has happened to them. So in order to play the role and in order to make the scene real, I thought, well, I haven't had this experience, so what can I call on? And so I called on my most basic instinct of protecting my child, because that comes to me like that. That's just part of my being. Yeah. And what if I couldn't protect him? And so that became the fear for me that I played in the film. I'd like to believe I'd always protect my son and I could kick ass to protect him, but what if I couldn't?
Right.
And that just kind of left me with this feeling that I tried to carry like through the scenes.
Yeah. Have you seen this film with an audience or anything?
No, not with an audience yet.
The first thing is I was on the edge of my seat the whole time. But
good.
I was talking with Paul. It was just so funny because to me the most terrifying scene is the gun to the daughter's head. I don't have a daughter, but I can imagine that, and I almost had to turn away, and I might have turned away.
You know what? That was really hard for me to watch that too, and he hated doing it. Everybody hated that moment because the actor had to be so ruthless, and Carly she's such a good little actress that she makes it very real. She cries like that. She just, because it's like they still play make believe, those kids. So but she's so innocent looking, that when you see a violent, this weapon of violence next to her head, it was very upsetting.
But what scene gets even bigger?
And I was just like, you're not doing that very hard. You're not pressing it really hard on there, right? So protective of them.
Yeah, the scene that got even a bigger response than that, the biggest response in the movie, which I don't know what this says about us as a society, when the dog is possibly in danger, you hear more.
The dog. I mean, there's more outcry about the dog.
I know. I'm like, what's up with that? The family's in trouble. But I think it's because everybody.
Well, it's also because the dog seems to be the most innocent victim and the most vulnerable. And also, what it said to me was that the audience at that point feels that they could really do anything because they might kill that dog. Yeah. That it might be that kind of movie.
Right.
And so I think they liked sort of just skimming along the edge of the razor there. Yeah. But it was funny because we actually, when we went back to shoot the very last moments of the film, we went back to shoot like this tag on the end of the film, and they had to make sure that they shot the dog like running there so that the audience would know the dog was okay.
Yeah,
I was like, all right.
Yeah, and you were acting doing the drafting scenes, right? I mean, you're not a big drafter, are you?
No.
Congratulations, good job.
Thanks.